Welcome to the Mother Daughter-ish podcast. It's your mama's favorite podcast.
And the podcast your daughter always wanted.
This is Miss Dawn.
And Angelique.
From the 713. Houston, y'all. Get connected and stay connected weekly as new shows debut on Sunday, Wednesday, and please check out our Saturday Out and About showcases.
Enjoy the show. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and tell every woman on the planet that you know about our show.
Here's our show for today. This is Dawn.
And Angie.
And this month for December, we're going to be talking about what every woman should know. Happy December the 19th. And we are back with our series on what every woman should know. And today's topic is how to prepare a meal in under 10 minutes. I mean, I like that because I'll tell you in a minute, I'm a 10-minute girl in the kitchen. I don't like really preparing anything takes more than 10 minutes. Now, don't get me wrong. I like to let a gumbo simmer or something like that. Let it bake in the oven. But I'm not one of those people that it takes like an hour to prepare it and then another hour for it to be finished and then another hour to... I cannot. I think I spent way too much time in the kitchen when y'all were kids because I wanted to make sure y'all had meals every single day. Because, you know, when y'all were kids, we didn't eat out like that. So I kind of developed I don't want to spend more than 10 minutes in the kitchen, which is why I like to have everything pre-done before. Like if you're going to do spaghetti or whatever, you go ahead and cook up whatever meat, you know, the ground beef or nachos or whatever, you go ahead and cook up a whole packet of ground beef and then just freeze different bags of ground meat in the freezer so that when you get ready to put everything together. Remember, I was just telling you, I said, when you make a gumbo, it really only takes about 15 minutes.
It does, yeah.
You cooked all your meat, cut up all your vegetables, you boiled all your sauces, got your shrimp boiled up, and you know my shrimp. Now that I don't cook, I let it cook in the gumbo because I know I'm letting everything simmer. But then once you get all your vegetables and everything done, once you make your roux and it simmers real good, and you like the flavor and the taste after you've seasoned it. Once you put everything in it, it's pretty much done. The only reason I let it simmer on the lowest heat you could even have that would burn on the stove is because I want all the seasoning to marinate into everything that I put. The vegetables, I want it to be inundated with the seasoning. I want to be able to add some more cayenne pepper. I want to be able to look at it and say, this is how I want it to look, because a gumbo look to me is important too. Like the last one I made, I'll tell you, I did something real strange. You know what I put in?
What?
I put some spinach in there. When you it was good and pretty, everybody kept asking me on the picture, what's that floating around in green? I just threw some spinach in there and just let it marinate with it. Not a lot, but I'm just talking about just a little, just to have a little green look, because the only thing green else I had in there was the bell pepper and the green onion. But I looked at that spinach and was like, you going in my gumbo. But for me, I would share a real 10-minute meal that doesn't have to marinate or wait or anything. My meal would be that I like, and I'll tell you where I got this from. I like to prepare a shrimp, pasta, peas, broccoli, corn, and asparagus type of pasta meal. And I don't have to have a real base for anything, but if I'm going to have a base, it's going to be some kind of like cheese base or whatever. That's going to be like they have in the restaurant, you know, that creamy, that kind of like a creamy base. But then I also like to season it really, really, really good and well, and you can just kind of get that done in no time. Because again, if you put everything and let it all simmer down and everything, the shrimp will cook to the natural, because I like my shrimp to still be firm. I don't like soft, soggy shrimp like some people. If they cook they shrimp, then put it also in a gumbo, it kind of gets soggy. So I let the shrimp just kind of cook with the base of everything else. And then for my drink, I always have fresh squeezed. I got like 20 lemons right now. I need to squeeze and get the juice and put into a glass container in the refrigerator that I can use for everything. But I love some fresh lavender lemonade with crushed ice. That's like my go-to if I do pasta. I like lavender lemonade with crushed ice.
I'm still thinking about that mango lemonade from Cher's.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right. What about you? What's your 10-minute meal? Because I know you like to experiment. And you remember what's that thing I used to always have you cook me?
I think they call it like a tortilla skillet. It was like ground beef with
I love that thing.
tomato sauce and cut up tortillas. That's easy too.
I know, but you like I never made it because I was like, she makes it good. So
just really putting all of it together. It's really just putting all the ingredients together. It's nothing extra. But mine would be the chicken spaghetti. The only thing that would take the longest to do is the noodles, but that don't take that long. With Velveeta cheese, a whole block, because you're gonna make a whole pot. Like, I mean, the way that I cook, it'd be a whole pot. But Velveeta cheese. The type of noodles I like to use is fettuccine, but you can use any kind, even bow tie. I've tried the bow tie ones before. I do chicken, shrimp, and sausage, or just sausage and chicken. I don't do shrimp all the time, but yeah, cream of mushroom, the noodles, the cheese. It's pretty easy. Just let it all simmer and rotel. Yeah, don't forget the rotel.
Any vegetables?
The only vegetables that's in it is the rotel, the diced tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty much it.
Because when I think of that meal you just said, oh my God, I would love to have some chopped up asparagus or green beans or corn. Me, I know you don't like corn, but I do.
Yeah, I can't stand corn. I used to like it with the what you call it, Mexican corn with I like a little bit of mayo. I don't like too much, but the mayo with the corn and stuff.
I thought you used to eat corn when you was young.
I probably did when I was young, but not in my adult years.
Yeah, that's how I was with macaroni and cheese. I never ate it when I was a child because I didn't like the way it looked. It looked gross to me. I didn't want all that cheese. I ain't no cheese monster like that. And I didn't start eating. Don't laugh at me, but I didn't start liking macaroni and cheese till I was about 30 years old. It's like sour cream. You couldn't pay me to eat sour cream when I was a teenager in my 20s. I never had sour cream until I had it on some Mexican food one time when I was 27 years old.
When somebody asks me what do I like about sour cream, it's hard to explain. It just adds, I don't even know what it does.
It adds extra flavor to what you're having. And if it's firm and whipped real good, like I don't like it when it thaws out and it looks gross. I like when it's cold and you can see like it sits like butter or something. It's just it gives your Mexican food like an extra twang that is so yummy. Because I need extra sour cream because I want it on everything. I want it on the nacho. I want to dip it in the taco. I want it on the quesadillas. I want it on everything that's on my Mexican plate. I've even had sour cream left over that I would take and whip into the Mexican rice and ate it like that with refried beans. I like sour cream on certain things. Now there's no other time that I eat sour cream. Like I don't eat sour cream with any other meal other than Mexican food. That's it. Yeah. Well, that's our 10-minute meals. And hey, tell us what your 10-minute meals are. It might be something that we might want to try and fix for ourselves to see if we like that meal. But this is just our show today for December 19th, 2021 on how to prepare a delicious meal, but how to do it in under 10 minutes. I like this conversation about food in under 10 minutes. And because sometimes you get hungry, but you're just like, I'm not gonna thaw that out, wait for that.
There's a lot of crock pot meals too. Crock pot and air fryer meals will do it too.
Yeah, I've got a crock pot that I've had for years, but maybe I've only used it.
Oh, that's not 10 minutes now. No, that wouldn't be 10 minutes. That's a slow cooker.
It wouldn't be 10 minutes, but it would take you under 5 minutes to put everything in it and let it cook for the day. And if you're at home, then you'd have your meal by noon.
Yeah, I was thinking about your salmon in the air fryer.
I just know people that be talking about they in the kitchen cooking for 2 hours because they got to prepare this, they got to do that, they got to cook this that way.
That's for people that cook like soul food every day.
The only time I want to spend an extended time in the kitchen is if, my future husband was like, hey, let's, try out these meals and let's follow the recipe to the T. Because, you're following the recipe to take more time. Let's cook it to the T of, how it's in, and we're just in the kitchen and we're enjoying that. Or if it was during a holiday and like, you were in the kitchen cooking cookies while I'm in the kitchen baking a cake. And so, and we're spending time in a kitchen, or if there was a cooking show that we were going to be involved in, or something like that. That would be the only way that I would spend extended time. But just to do that on a daily basis, spend 2 hours in the kitchen. Do you remember the lady that used to do our eyebrow threading?
Oh yeah, Mina. I still go to her.
She told me that she spent 3 hours in the kitchen cooking for her entire family, and that because her husband required her to cook fresh meals every day, they don't do leftovers, that she would spend 3 hours every day in the kitchen and then still had to clean the kitchen when she was done. No, that was her duty that he required her to do.
That's why I've learned to clean as I cook, because I ain't got, that's the one thing I ain't trying to do.
And she was cooking for 8 people every day and running a business. 8 people? You know how much? Y'all better find out how to get a Happy Meal, because I just cannot. Because if you can recall, the only time we started really eating out is after y'all were like way at the end of high school. And I only did that because I was simply tired of cooking every single day. So it was just like, let's get something quick, pizza, something like that. But we didn't do that when y'all were kids. I literally cooked, but I was smart enough to prepare all of everything on Sunday so that I literally just had to put things together on the particular day. But good thing is we ate leftovers. But she said that her husband required that they did not eat leftovers, that you cook enough for us, we clean everything up, throw whatever away, we don't eat leftovers. That was his requirement. So no matter how much she was running her business, she still had to spend 3 hours cooking every day. That's all I can say too is I think I had to teach homeboy how to cook, but he said women should do the cooking. So whatever. Well, that's our show today for December the 19th, 2021. And it's been lovely. And we are almost there. We're almost to Christmas, almost to New Year, almost to so many great things for 2022. It's been such a pleasure to bring these ideas and tips and things that we think women should know. It's been a pleasure to bring these to you, and we are so excited to bring so much more for you. We've already been planning, of course, for 2022. I mean, we've got our calendar already kind of laid out on how we want to structure it. We haven't put it all together, but that's what we're going to spend the rest of the time doing, is making sure we bring great information to you. I hate to call it content because content just sounds so derived. I want to call it information because we want you to take the information and do something with it, or share it with somebody that can do something with it.
Yes, and definitely don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, share our page and our channel. That way you can possibly reach people that are inspired or relate to our content, and also like and comment on our content. That way we can talk back with you.
Exactly. And that's our show for December the 19th. And until next time, which of course will be tomorrow, because remember, we're doing 31 shows this month for December. Bye for now.
Bye.